G'day guys, welcome to Jetski's Garage. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how I turned my shed into the workshop space that I want it to be. So, going to go back a little bit to when I first got the place and have a look at what it was like, and then we'll go through the stages of how I've transformed it. All right, cheers guys. Coming in through the front door, like it's just big. Old mate's left his 3-ton hoist block and tackle here. But yeah, it is 9 metres wide and 19 metres long. Mezzanine up the top. Even got a shitter in here. Like, yeah, I'm still gobsmacked coming in here and yeah, just seeing the size of this thing. This is the workshop area. So, nice big long bench. I don't know how I'm going to go with keeping a lot of the stuff in here. Yes, it's not bad, but I've done enough time in busted ass sheds out of the houses I've had. Really looking forward to just having something really clean, nice and new. Yeah. But trying to be a bit more realistic. I know that once I start putting stuff in here, it's just never going to get painted. But I want, like I said, clean workshop. Painted floors, probably going to do like a flake finish. Get some better LED lighting. I still don't know. I may just take that bench out because a lot of the stuff in here is homemade. Don't get me wrong, it does the job. It's not too bad. Like this racking here, it's solid. Sturdy, but like once you start looking at things, it's still got the it's been cut off there, it's rusty, it's just tech screwed, bit of galv there, that's just MDF board. It does the job, don't get me wrong, but it's not clean, it's not nice. I want nice stuff, nice things now. This is exactly why I wanted to get rid of the old stuff. Look at that. That was all underneath, apart from the door. I'll grab the door. All that mouse shit. Ended up calling it quits last night because the stench from all this was pretty bad. So back out here again today. And good thing about having property is I can have, like, obviously not now because it's fire season, but I can have little not bushfires, I can have little bonfires, and there's already a pile out there. So to make things easy, I'm going to take that mesh off that window, and that can go straight out the window. Don't know what sort of storage you'd put inside this, but what if it works? They can go on the bed. Found his little stash from 1995. So, yeah. Oops. Oh, so I got those last few bits done on the wall there. No more racking at all. Nice and clean. Now I'm ready to finally start degreasing and cleaning this ground. Now, I ended up going down to Bunnings and buying a new petrol pressure washer because my other one was just a little electric one and it doesn't even get like grime off engine blocks, so I wanted to upgrade anyway. This was on special, 600 bucks. Not too bad for a pretty much an entry level petrol pressure cleaner. Is cartridge as well, so happy days. So anyway, I'm gonna get this out, put it together and throw some degreaser and water down and start scrubbing. It is stinging hot here today, but crap thing is, concrete's just drying out straight away. So the gurney did give it a good rinse out, got a lot of the dust out again and that, so when I'm scrubbing it'll be a bit cleaner, but just got the standard hose now, put some degreaser there. So I'll just throw it on and get scrubbing really. Back for another day inside the new shed. Have some products here, which is what I'm going to be using to coat this floor and get it looking like a showroom. Got it all from Bunnings while I was there, getting the gurney and all that as well. This time of year apparently is the popular time of year for people to do their floors because I struggled really hard to try and get the amount that I needed and the colour that I wanted. But anyway. This is the Carrara Grey kits. For the size I've got, I had to grab 4 kits, hoping that's going to do what I need. I am a bit nervous that I'm going to need possibly an extra one, but 4's all they had, so we'll see how we go anyway. Not a big fan of the chips that they've got in it, plus I think they're a bit light on the paint flake. So I ended up buying a few paint flake kits, got 4 of them extra, so I think with these 4 plus what's in there should be good. They're not exactly the same. The ones I grabbed are denim flavour, so they've got blue chips and white and stuff in them, whereas the other one just has sort of greys and black and white. So anyway, I thought I'd grab some blue, throw in a bit of colour. Also Ford is blue, so also grabbed some patch crack filler and that. So cracks aren't too bad in this place. There is a little bit, but I've also seen where when you're using epoxy paint, I have done it myself before in previous workshops, that you can actually fill the cracks to some extent with your paint because it is an epoxy as well. So the major stuff I'll probably go through and try and fill the cracks, but it's not too bad. Like, yeah, not really going to complain too much about. Like this stuff I wouldn't worry about. Maybe some of the stuff like this I'll fill, but the rest of it's not too bad. So anyway, first step is I have to get the Etch primer out, and which is basically a hydrochloric acid, and that'll open up the pores and pull a bit of the last crap out. Basically takes off that top layer. Doesn't really take off the top layer, but yeah, it just bit of acid to really just clean the top a lot better than what degreaser does, and yeah, opens up the pores so that the paint will stick to it. The first coat of paint you do, just a nice thin bit, and that's sort of your primer, and then yeah, your second lot of paint will go straight to that one. So anyway, let's throw some acid down and get sizzling. can hear it sizzling already, which is perfect. That's what you want. It says to put it on a 3x3 meter spot, which is basically to the bar, to this bar here, not the whole area. But the way that the kits are said that they're like a double garage size, so I reckon I definitely will need more paint. Thinking about it now, I think yeah, I'm definitely going to run out, but that's all right. I can always go back to Bunnings and try and find some more. So, but yeah, in the instructions they say once it stops sizzling to rinse it off. I reckon it's probably spread a little bit more than what it should, but like I said, it's pretty good nick for the floor anyway, like there's no stains or anything, so hopefully it does open it up enough and job okay. Good morning. It has been nearly 48 hours since I etch acid washed the concrete. Now, I was going to try and paint it yesterday because I thought it was dry enough. I'm a little bit impatient with these sort of things sometimes, so anyway, I'll try to get my patience in line and waited another night. And what I've done, to be sure, because my concern was you can see some of the cracks, they're still a little bit dark where the cracking is, which generally says that you've got moisture still. Now, a little trick that they say is you get a bit of cling wrap, and glad wrap, put it on the ground and close around it, and you should get your moisture or condensation. So I ended up putting some down here, and we hold that up. There is a little bit there. A little bit of moisture there. Yeah, I'm happy to run the gauntlet and see how it goes. Also on a bit of a time frame to get this done before I go back to work. Got a leaf blower there, so I'm just going to blow all the dust off the concrete, and yeah, close all the windows back up now. The main shed door's closed too, so I can get into it and see what it looks like at the end of it. Right, that is down. Pretty happy with that. It is soaking into the concrete pretty well. The reason why I just did it all in one hit, the box says you can do just one coat. Secondly, I'm going to clear coat it, so I'm happy for that to act as the first coat, and the clear coat's going to be the second coat really. So that'll seal it, and then I'll seal on top of that. Anyway, so while that dries, I'm going to get into this patch, because this crack here is one I think probably a little bit too thick or wide. The others are pretty fine cracks and they don't bother me too much. So yeah, gonna patch this up, and this also says you can paint straight over it, no time to wait for it to dry or anything. So I'll get that done, and then we can start with the Carrera Grey. The cracks are all filled in. Bit of a painstakingly timeful task, but anyway, that kit, it says it fills up a 4 meter long crack. I've done all the cracks pretty well in this shed. You can see, done quite a few. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I did watch, I can't remember whose video it was yeah, the Hack Shop Garage or something like that, where they did their floor. They left too much excess there and they had to sand it off. As I've worked, I've scraped it off with the spatula, so that is actually fairly flush. You're not really going to get too much visual of seeing it. Some spots you probably are, but hey, it's going to be smoother than actually seeing the crack. Looking back at this stuff here, I can't even really notice the cracks. Looks pretty good. I think that's the other sort of getaway with having the paint fleck, is it hides imperfections as well. So yeah, well, gonna get started on some painting. Finished the last section of floor last night at about 11 o'clock, maybe a little bit past. Just had a good sleep, and now coming back in to check out how it looks. Let's take a look. Would you have a bloody look at that? Absolutely stoked with how this has turned out. It is yeah, exactly. Absolutely perfect. So I've still got to do a clear coat to protect the flake, rolling trolleys and jacks and all that sort of stuff along the ground. But yeah, let's have a closer look at it. Headed back down to Bunnings, grabbed myself some clear coat because I haven't grabbed any clear coat yet. Now, I grabbed this big tin here. The reason why I did that, instead of using the Rust-Oleum Dymark, didn't have anything there at Bunnings, but Rust-Oleum do a kit, and it is $170, and that'll only cover, I think it was 16 to 23 square meters. Now it's close to $200 just to cover 20 square meters, and I'd spend probably another $2 just trying to do clear coat. This here was $160 for the whole drum. I reckon that's pretty gonna, very close, cover the whole floor. So yeah, gonna run this. Spoke to the guys there as well at the paint shop. They said that it should be fine to cover this. Do the same purpose. You've got a Hunter rocking up now. Hey buddy. Hey. Now, a warning I do want to say, this clear coat that I'm using is a solvent-based clear coat. It's probably not ideal for what I'm doing, but like I said, cost-wise, I'm happy to take the risk and see how it goes. If it's that bad, then I can just 2-pack clear coat over it later, but like I said, it's going to cost me more money, so going to see how it goes, I suppose. But yeah, worst case, yeah, I just got to. Worst case, I'll just have to redo the floor. But yeah, like I said, worth the risk of seeing if this will do. Got some gloss on it. It's nice, it's what I want. They do say that depending on what roller you use as well, will suit better finishes. So I think the microfiber is more for a satin matte finish, and lamb's wool roller will do your glosses. So that's what I got for that. It's a little bit more expensive for the roller. It's like $30 just for one roll, but yeah, rinse them out and you can use them again. So, but yeah, really happy with how that's turning out as well. Right, I reckon I'm finally where I want to be with this shed set up, so let's go inside and take a look. I purchased some more benches because you can never have enough bench space. I put another bench in this area to be able to create a dedicated welding area. I was able to put all of my toolboxes together along that back wall, which is awesome now because it serves as a really nice big long bench. My favourite addition to the shed is this gantry crane. I managed to weld a beam up onto the main frame of the shed, which then allowed me to install this gantry crane, which is capable of up to 500 kilos. This helps me massively and saves me back from the hard work while trying to get bigger, bulkier items up into the mezzanine, out of the way, out of the workshop. and I did manage to find some room to be able to dedicate to an engine building area. Well, I'm going to wrap that one up there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed the journey of me transforming the shed from just what it was to what it is now, and hopefully it has allowed you guys to see a bit of an insight on some smaller and bigger jobs that will hopefully transform your workspace as well. If you have any other ideas or tips or tricks, leave them in the comments section below. And to anyone else, don't forget to like and subscribe. And for the finale, I'm going to leave you guys with me christening the shed with a burnout in the old bucket.